Hey everyone.
We're live.
Greg McEvely, CEO, founder of Kamic.
And Chris, I'm the head of product over here at Kamic.
We are excited to be doing an Instagram Live and to share more about Crosswing, our most innovative product yet. And it is live on Kickstarter for pre-order. It's our 10th Kickstarter campaign. But today is all about Crosswing. So we've had a lot of great questions that have come up over the course of the campaign over the past week. We're excited to geek out over design, features, a lot of the why behind Crosswing. But today we're going to do just that. So we're going to learn about Crosswing. We're going to share more about the product and just deep dive into features. And then we're going to take time at the end of this Instagram Live for questions. So think about questions, get them teed up. We're ready to answer. But thank you so much for joining. So Team Kamic here at our HQ in Austin, Texas. We are on mission to elevate time outside. And we exist to promote human flourishing through meaningful time spent outside. And specifically, we're really focused on people experiencing more restoration as they spend time outside. And that's really the impetus and really the reason why we decided to come out with Crosswing. So just quick backstory on how Crosswing has made its way into the Kamic lineup and why we're really excited about this next step in our product roadmap. A couple years ago, I was introduced to a team out of Seattle, two young engineers and entrepreneurs that came up with the original concept for Crosswing. And they worked for a couple years even prior to that to develop this product to get it to a state that was ready for testing and even for intellectual property and all the next steps. And they launched on Kickstarter. They had a successful fundraising campaign. But after that, I approached them and said, hey, what if we partnered together to take this to the next level? And we saw a lot of opportunity to really even take the Crosswing further in its design and functionality and go back to really the core concept for what makes Crosswing so great. And so rewind about a year and a half ago, we started working on this as a team, full bore. So Chris, our director of innovation, Henry, our lead product designer, myself, engineer, and the entire team at Kamic have been poring over this product for over the past year. So we're excited to bring it to life. We came back to Kickstarter, came back to our roots of really getting the energy and feedback and excitement from the community. And it's been invaluable. Actually, the past week, we've had so many great questions and comments and encouragements that have made us think deeper about the product. We're in production on product, which is exciting, but we've also been able to make some improvements and even think about add-ons, which we'll get into later. So excited about Crosswing, and that's just a very brief history. There's some really exciting videos that are up on the campaign page now, on the Kickstarter page, where it shows product walkthroughs, comparisons between the Crosswing and other generic awnings on the market. Encourage you to check those out. But we hope today would be valuable as you get to dive deep with us into some of the features of Crosswing. So why don't we dig in, and I'm going to let Chris take it over and share some of the features of Crosswing.
Let's take a look at this thing. The best part is we have a fully functioning unit we can show to you. So this is the Crosswing. Obviously, we're not going to normally mount it on the table, but for our testing purposes, doing a lot of prototyping and iterations and improvements here in our office, this is one of our test units. So the awning it exists to be the fastest deploying awning, making it just usable in a pinch, usable in any scenario. You don't have to take the time to debate whether it's actually worth the setup. So let's pull it out. It has a quick release latch here, so it is in the unlocked position. Grab the two pulls. Done. The awning's now pulled out to its third 6.5 foot deployment. This is as far as it goes out, but there are two other positions that you can put it to if you want to pull it out a little bit less. You don't need quite as much shade. And for better performance in different weather conditions like higher wind or rain, you use this latch down here to just tension the product up. It pulls the fabric tight. You can maybe see from there that it's adding a bit of tension. And you're good to go. This thing will hold up in 25-mile-an-hour winds. We have built this X-frame structure into the design, and it really just makes it really sturdy and durable. If you are looking for that adjustment that I mentioned, release that tension. The nice part about it is not only quick deploy, but quick retract. I do a little bit of an overpull, and then I can just send it right back, close it up, I'm good to drive away. Showing a few of those other index positions that I mentioned.
So real quick, just to pause, I think the audio can pick it up, but there's some clicks. So each click represents, that sound represents the position that it can be locked. So that first position, Chris showed, this is the second position, and then third position.
Yep.
So some of the benefits of having 3 points to deploy the Crosswing is if you're in a pinch, truly, you're loading groceries, a storm's about to roll in, and maybe you're wanting to listen to the storm roll in at the beach, you can quickly pull that out and you're going to have coverage over your windows. Also, this is actually a much more practical application. If you're in a crowded parking lot, like I tend to find myself with my kids as I'm getting them ready to go swim at a public pool, to get their sunscreen on if I need to just have shade, but we're in a tight spot, having that first or second position is super helpful. So if you think about that, most awnings that have existed to this point were designed for long-term stays, like maybe a day use or setting up base camp. And setting up an awning to apply sunscreen at the pool is the last thing that any parent would ever consider, right? Because it's like a 10-minute setup. And you're fumbling with bags and towels and sunscreen. That's just one application for me and my kids. But with a 1-second setup, right, that first position, it becomes a lot more practical.
I'm just thinking about sitting with a nice cold slice of watermelon on the side of the vehicle, cooling down after a soccer game on the weekend. Yeah. That kind of thing. Just instant setup. It unlocks such a broader set of use cases to be able to use it in more scenarios. The awning's no longer just limited or useful at base camp when you're taking the time to set up all of your gear and all of your other equipment. Pull it out in a pinch whenever you're looking to use it.
We'll keep going on this for a bit and then we'll get into some other features, but we live in Austin, Texas. It's 100 degrees here this week, so for everybody watching in other parts of the world, please think good thoughts for us as we bake in the sun. So shade is a real consideration for people in warm climates, as for anybody anywhere, right? So having 20-degree cooler temps, right, underneath is a huge deal. So 100 degrees to, maybe 90, 85, 90, because of the UV protection. So it's, I know whenever I'm outside, now in my mid-30s, I'm wearing a big brimmed hat, long sleeves, So this is a very usable product for me and my family outside of camp. So Kamiq exists to elevate time outside. We focus on restoration, specifically at base camp. This product extends into everyday life.
Absolutely, yeah. That accessibility, that usability is really the big part of the innovation behind the Crosswing. So we've talked a little bit about the rapid deploy, rapid retract, tensioning it up so that it'll perform really well in different weather conditions. Let's talk a little bit about the X-frame. The X-frame has some proprietary patent-pending mechanisms in it that allow for that quick release of the locking pins that hold it in position, but it also allows the product to be fully deployed 6.5 feet out from your vehicle without any support legs. And that is a game-changing product. You'll see some products on the market that are just really high-end, multi-$1,000 products that are mounting onto RVs that have motors and will deploy without legs, but the vast majority of the vehicle-mounted awnings require legs, and legs take more setup time, they take more space, and they just get in the way. And so with the awning deployed fully out from your vehicle, it's cantilevered, it supports itself with the patent pending X-frame design, and you can come and go in and out, set up tables, set up gear, set up chairs without inhibiting your space and inhibiting your shade or limiting where you can get shelter, really.
Yeah, so we'll get into some questions. One question here in just a bit, but one of the questions has come up, why no poles? How does this perform and win? We're going to address that. But before then, do you want to, anything else you wanted to cover before we get into some of the questions?
I think, well, we could talk a little bit about, just general construction of the product. The product is made of powder-coated aluminum for the main body and the support poles, as well as this faceplate. The fabric is a mold-proof, waterproof, UV-resistant, durable fabric that'll hold up for years to come. And so just thinking through as we developed this product, we were really considering like daily use because it does unlock that. So daily use for weeks, months, years to come, and just allowing and enabling people to enjoy more activities outdoors.
Can I piggyback on that real quick? So
Absolutely.
The aluminum and powder coating is important for rust elimination, right? So this product will not rust. A lot of people have asked, how did you guys do a bagless design, right? For awnings that you see riding around town or at campsites, they have a bag that houses the awning. Because of the quality of materials and how we've sourced fabric as well as aluminum and powder coated parts, it's all rust resistant and also dirt resistant. We'll get into that maybe as we close this up and show kind of how it scoops dirt off the fabric as you're deploying or retracting. But the second is the fabric is a large part of this product, right? It provides the shade. But one thing that we did not really highlight on the Kickstarter campaign is it's completely removable. So just
Top
maybe
secret.
Yeah, foretaste of what's to come in the future. But we're excited to bring some additional customization to this product as it launches kind of worldwide in the spring of 23. So for customization that is built into the design.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Before I close this up, we get on to the questions that y'all submitted. I do want to talk a little bit about the mounting systems. We got a ton of questions about mounts. Obviously, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of different styles of racks, whether you're talking about crossbars, roof racks, bed racks, basket style racks. There's these new styles that are gaining a lot of popularity. Prinsu, Up Top Overland, Frontrunner has another one, ARB. And so you can imagine compatibility with all of these is a challenge. And it's something that we actually spent quite a bit of time on beyond the product itself in developing. So the product will launch with what we're calling our universal mount. That was the solution that can be compatible and mount to the widest range of mounts from big name brands that we could find on the market. And that's the key.
Yeah, widest range of racks with crossbars.
Yes. Yep. It has multiple configurations. The parts that come together can be set up in different ways depending on whether you have crossbars or T-slots. But we didn't forget about all the other variations. So starting next Tuesday, on the campaign page, you will be able to find a number of add-ons that will be able to be added to your cart. You can back those, and that will include a couple different mounting variations. So just some brackets and some hardware that you can add on and make the product more compatible with whatever setup. And I believe we're saying with pretty solid confidence that between the stock hardware and the add-on hardware that you can purchase, we will cover 99% plus of racks and systems and setups on the market. The fun part about it is it actually does go beyond just vehicles. Some of these hardware kits, these brackets that we've developed, would allow you to mount the vehicle or the awning on a wall. If you want to put it on the side of your RV, if you want to put it on the side of your house to cover your grill, if you're just running right out to flip some steaks.
I'm doing that.
There's a lot of flexibility within these systems, and we're actually really excited to see the use cases that y'all come up with for the Crosswing.
Yeah. I selfishly have a vehicle, so the universal mount does not work with the vehicle that I drive. And so selfishly, this was very much in scope for us. I have a 80 series Land Cruiser with a classic ARB roof rack. It's got the basket rack. So a lot of people with basket racks are asking, well, how do I mount this to my basket rack? Well, we've got a mount coming next Tuesday for that. It's great. Brilliant design. These guys have worked incredibly hard to just think through all the options.
All the options, but also keeping it simple. Final point to make on mounts, and this was a really important detail for us, is we designed them to be able to allow you to install the awning with one person. So you don't need one person to hold one end while you fumble with the other side. There are 2 mounting points. It allows you to mount part of the mounting system on your racks or your vehicle crossbars, put the other half on the awning itself, and just lift it up, drop it on, bolt it on afterwards. So one person install is a huge benefit. Some people might just put it on their vehicle and never touch it again. But other people will want to take it off, swap it out to different vehicles, not have it on their vehicle at all times if they're just driving around in the city. It just gives that much more versatility to the product, use cases, setup scenarios.
Yep. There's so much that I think we could geek out on and brag to ourselves about because this has been years of R&D development. I mean, dozens of prototypes, really the past year of just full court press on innovating. So what seems like a very simple system, hopefully, right? That's the goal, is that it seems very simple, took a lot of thought and intention to make it work as smoothly and effortlessly as it does. There's some really exciting components within the housing of the product itself, as well as within the X-frame that are kind of next level innovation for multiple product lines beyond Crosswing.
Absolutely.
So we get excited about like all the little things that have been developed. And I want to say 95% of what's in this product is completely custom to this product.
Absolutely.
The other 5% is going to be like a bolt.
Nuts, bolts, springs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right, why don't we get into some questions? And all right, here's a few that have come up from the campaign itself. And then if you have questions on Instagram Live, please post them. We will be responding. We've got several team members ready to respond. So first question is, why no legs? Why does the Crosswing not have legs? Is it cool if I start?
Absolutely.
So the question starts from the bias that has been developed over years of awnings existing on the market. A lot of those questions have come about, and as we've dug in a bit, we've heard more concern about wind, and so we're going to address that. But legs exist with other awnings because they need support, so they don't droop to the ground, right? They exist as support structures. So we have solved the support structure through the cantilever design of our X-frame structure, so support is covered. We've hung 10 pounds off the X-frame in testing.
Yeah, fully deployed. 10 pounds from this side is no problem for the product.
And so support is covered through our cantilever design of X-frame. The second question, maybe that's kind of the root why of why no legs, relates to wind. And so what we found is a lot of people who have seen awnings on the market think that the legs actually help with the awning perform better in the wind.
Yeah.
That is partly true. What helps an awning perform better in the wind is the awning being guyed out to the ground.
Or staked.
So, staked. So guyed is a guy line staked. So actually connected to the ground. In the video that we posted on the campaign page of the Crosswing versus a generic awning, the very last clip it was not canned at all. It was just reality. We were filming in a windy day, and Lawton, our brand creative lead, was under the competitor awning, and a gust of wind took it off the vehicle and stripped it. I mean, it was broken after that. And it was not planned, but it was good to see. that legs do not equal stability in wind.
Absolutely.
Guide out legs do. And so we plan to offer a guide out kit that will be on the campaign next Tuesday as an add-on for scenarios where wind's going to be over 25 miles an hour. In those scenarios, my thought is with a 3-second retract time, you could put the awning away. But if you are intent on leaving the awning out, say you're hiking or you're walking down the beach, and that's actually a more relevant scenario where beach has a lot of wind gusts, you're going to collect seashells, you're swimming in the water, and man, the wind just picks up. We will have that guy out kit available to go with Crosswing.
Absolutely, and those kits, these add-ons are things that we've been thinking through for the last 6+ months. It's important to note that they're going to be as easy as the product itself. We have little attachment points for these types of accessories and add-ons, both in this front faceplate here on the awning, as well as a full-length T-slot rail that runs the main body, the length of the main body of the awning. So these types of things that are not only products that we'll launch and reveal to you guys on Tuesday, but we'll continue to expand that line and improve and increase the number of things that you can add on to add value to this product. Legs for me, as I think I mentioned before, are all about opening up space underneath. How many times have you been under an umbrella or at the beach or under a rain shelter, well, not rain, sun, thinking sun, because
like
we're in Texas.
A 10 by 10 or
a 10 by 10, and you're outside for the day and the sun moves and your shade moves. And so if you are, I guess it's the flaw of a standard umbrella is the post right in the middle. How hard is it to truly optimize the use of that shade of the umbrella because of the position of the post? That's the same for an awning. You may have perfect shade directly under the awning at midday sun, but as the day gets later, or if you're heading out early in the morning, you're going to want to be off to the side, enjoying the full shelter that the awning is providing, and you're going to have a post right in the middle on competitor awnings. So freeing up the space, making it fully usable regardless of time of day is where my mind goes and where I think we gain a lot of value in the Crosswing.
Yep. Another question, do we ship outside of the United States? Yes, that is available to Kickstarter backers outside of the US. You can back the campaign today. You'll see a shipping option for your country, and these will be shipping out this fall. So third question is, will this work if I have a rooftop tent already mounted?
Yes. Again, back to the variety of tents, rooftop tents, rack systems, every single one is going to be different, but that was a big driver of the alternate mounting solutions that we came up with. The stock hardware will clamp the awning onto the top of your crossbars or your T-slots if they're running across the vehicle, but that's also taking up a little bit of space if you have things on your roof like a rooftop tent. The add-on mounting solutions will allow you to basically mount to the side of your rack or to the side of the rooftop tent itself if the housing or the body of it has T-slots.
Could this ever be mounted to a home? I'd love to have it outside over my outdoor kitchen. I think I wrote that question.
Oh, okay. Well, this guy, he wants that already. I think we already answered that. Yes, The answer is yes. The alternate mounting solutions will allow you to put the awning really anywhere. Get creative.
You already mentioned it, but over the grill, I mean, it's already so hot. I was grilling yesterday. It was 100 degrees outside in the full sun. The grill's crazy hot. It took me 30 minutes to just cool down after being outside in the blazing heat at the grill. So this is designed for the vehicle and base camp, but I'm excited to try it out at home.
Well, I mean, if I want a steak and I want to throw it on the grill, the weather's not going to stop me. I've absolutely had storms blowing through, pouring down rain, and I'm sprinting with a tray out to my grill, flip it, go back inside, pull out the awning, I'm covered.
Yeah, awesome. Are there any questions that are coming in through Instagram Live that we need to address right now?
Someone's asking if this is the 7-foot.
This is the 7-foot.
This is the 7, yes.
And then had some specific questions, but I'll have our team answer those.
Okay.
All right.
And then we have a couple more. When does the campaign end? So we're 23 days out. You can go to the Kickstarter page. Actually, if you go to our Instagram link in bio, you'll see the link to Kickstarter. If you want to check out the campaign and be notified, when it's ending, you could do that. You could back today. We'll have more information in just a little bit on that. And then, learning more about backing the project. I already mentioned the link in bio. For those that are not familiar with Kickstarter, Kickstarter is a platform that is really designed for creatives, for innovators to engage with customers before products are actually to market. We are avid fans and supporters of crowdfunding. I started Kamiq almost 11 years ago now on Kickstarter in 2011 with the Roo Double and Python straps. At the time it was just called the Roo, but Kickstarter was new platform at the time. But one thing that we have loved as a team over the years, this is our 10th campaign, is all that we get to learn with our customers with us through the journey. I mean, it really is this exciting opportunity to show all that we've been working on, all that we intend to bring to market, but it's still very much moldable, shapeable.
And let the community contribute. Again, a lot of the questions that are coming in through the campaign are things that we have thought about and we have solutions in mind, but they also, in that sense, they validate what we're working on. They tell us, okay, we are focusing on the right things, but it's also challenging us to think about new things, things we have not maybe thought about, and gives us the time to now solve those before the product delivers.
Yep. All right, any other quick questions we could cover? We are so grateful for the time that you spent with us today. We're going to be doing these Instagram Lives every Tuesday for the next 3 Tuesdays as the campaign continues. We would so appreciate your feedback. So would you please go to the Kickstarter campaign, check it out, watch the video. It's really fun. Our team is all in the video. This is all done by our team of 15 here in Austin, and we're passionate about our mission, which is to help elevate your time outside, help you experience more restoration and renewal outdoors. And so the other thing to mention is as part of our early backers, the Kickstarter campaign is at our best price for the Crosswing. So the MSRP for the 7-foot is $999, and the MSRP for the 5-foot is $849. But the early bird rewards, there's still waves being opened up for the early bird rewards until we're just kind of maxed out on production. But it's up to $250 and $300 off of those MSRP prices. And the reason for that is we want to say thank you for helping us bring this product to life. It helps us to just understand just a lot as we're journeying into bringing this into the wild. So Kickstarter runs another 23 days. Check it out. Thank you for your support. We're grateful.
And the last thing I would say is if you're looking for any additional information, if you have questions that we did not answer, go to the campaign page. There's a ton of information on there. But if for nothing more than entertainment purposes, watch the videos. Our brand team and our production team did some entertaining things with that. Not just the primary Kickstarter video, but the comparison video that's now posted, the walkthrough video that's now posted. It should really show how the product works and go beyond what we were able to get through today.
It means a lot for us, for you to check those out, like them, share feedback. We're here for you. We exist because of you, and we're all about helping you find more restoration outdoors. So thanks for your time. Y'all have a great day.